What is going on, guys? Today we will be going over the Bixbit container. They actually let us head over to the farm and tour one of their 20-foot container setups, similar to the C1 you see right here. But pretty awesome tour. Big shout out to them for letting me come and tour this container. This specific one is a wet setup. It is a 20-foot container, and they're running S19's various models inside of this container right now. Pretty out freaking standing. Shout out to them for coming and letting us tour the place. So another video coming out soon about the full tour of the farm and more in depth coming up here soon. But let's jump on over. Alright guys, we are here at Bixbit and they are showing me one of their container setups right now. We're looking at what we got. How many cells are in this unit in total right now?
There's 5 racks in this unit,
okay,
and there's 4 cells in each.
4 cells on each rack. 24 miners per rack, 6 per cell, right?
Correct.
So we're pushing like how many?
So this unit is a half unit, and it runs 600 kVA.
Okay.
Right now the power draw is probably closer to 4-ish.
Okay.
We have these things overclocked. 96 terahash machines running at 142, and the power draw is
right. Yeah. I mean, and it's about like 56, 60 degrees here, right here where I'm at in Texas, and I mean, you walk in here and guys, like, you can legit just like.
Well, you should come in here during the summer.
Touch it. Oh yeah, that's what I'm ready to see.
It's 108 degrees out in the summer. We have years worth of data on this thing. You can see. Right. When it's 108 degrees out, nothing changes in here. The oil temperature doesn't change.
As you can see right there, guys, 23C right now. And is this the thermostat for inside the container currently?
Yes, sir.
Right on. And do we know temperatures of each container right now? Like in here, do you have to be in the firmware for that?
I know the chip temperatures are never get above 62 or 3.
62 or 63?
Yeah.
That's really good.
And that's even in 108 degree weather.
Right.
So with our system, our cooling tower just ramps up and down, and normally it's not running full bore.
Right on. And we'll show you the cooling tower in 1 second, guys. This is pretty wild, and you can easily pull these out. That's what this rack is here for. So that way you can actually service these directly here in the container. That way you don't have to have a mess on the floor. That's the key, because it is somewhat like oil, but not quite. Here you go, guys. Here is the full setup inside a Bixbit container, and they have how many of these available right now?
We have 5 of these available, but we have 40-footer racks in each one.
Right. So.
And then it comes with everything from automation. All the automation comes in it. Water treatment comes in it already. If you don't use it, you use a dry cooler. That's
right on.
Too.
So this is for water treatment specifically.
Water treatment for the cooling tower.
Right on.
Everything's automated in the interior.
Okay. That is wild, guys.
And I would invite you to come, go take a look at the 40-footers.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
We don't open the switch gear.
No, you don't want to open that.
Yeah, but there's a lot more. It seems like there's a lot more room in a 40-footer.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of space.
Yeah, you got a little bit extra space. Yep. Even has the light like right there, so you can turn the light off. He says they have to the upkeep on these is very, very slim to none. They don't have to come in here to service much.
We've had this running for 2 years. And
2 years.
We shut it down once a year just to tighten electrical bolts and whatever else.
Just to kind of go through.
Just to go through it. It's never anything mechanical like this. It's,
Guys, you hear that? 2 years and not really any mechanical
We'll just tighten
issues.
down little screws. I'll have a guy come in here and tighten stuff down, and we don't touch it.
That's crazy.
I'm short, so.
Man, it is a setup, man. And like I said, they have 5 of these that are actually ready and available here, like in Texas.
Yep, they're right up the street.
yeah, like feel free to reach out to me or reach out to Rob or Tom on Bixbit and get you hooked up and situated. They're at a really good price right now, guys. Like straight up, pretty cheap. Shipping, actually, if you're in Texas or in America, they're gonna go ahead and waive that from you, and that's out freaking standing, guys. I don't know anybody else that's doing something like that. That's for sure. And so here are their lines coming in to feed to the transformer, which is their primary. And your primary is what?
This is 1500 kVA, but it runs the interior as well.
It runs the interior because you have a whole nother, basically same exact setup, but it's just in a warehouse like over there.
Yep.
So it's not in a container. Yeah. Which is pretty cool. Their dry cooler's over there, and we'll go check that out in 1 second, guys. And so you did say that each machine is capable of pushing almost 6,000 watts. That's each individual miner inside this container can handle that.
Yes.
And the machine or the setup can actually handle just a little bit more. But I mean, of course, guys, you should never like go overboard.
50%.
50% overclock.
50% overclock.
Okay. So you're pushing. You said you had some J Pro.
We have some 96 Terrace machines in here that are running 142.
Dang. That is wild, guys. And that means, and the chip temperature he was saying was still like in the 60s.
Low 60s.
So, you know, they're pushing. They're really pushing. You know, you're hitting past a K Pro on a J Pro, which is like almost 3 years old at this point. You know, that, and the efficiency is very comparable. I mean, you're saying you're putting about what, 4,000 watts or so on a J Pro.
42, I think.
42.
It comes out to about 30 joules per terahash.
Right on, which is really good for something that is actually not as a current model and is easily repairable compared to like kind of what I've seen about the 21s. They're going to be a little finicky and hard to repair for an individual. So super nice to see something like that with an older machine being so efficient. Just absolutely out freaking standing, guys.
PVC.
So CPVC on the backside?
Yep.
And this is their dry cooler, guys. So
this is for inside.
this is the inside dry cooler?
Yeah, we built that one first. We added this later. We only had room for a 20-footer back here, obviously, or we were putting 40 in here.
Right on. So here's our CPVC coming in from the container, guys, and then feeding in.
We did this in a day.
Wow. But just a different. It's a wet cooler. That's what. Okay. So this is a wet setup, guys. So for water, that's why I had the water treatment inside that corner over there. So this setup would actually not need the water treatment because it's a dry cooler, kind of similar to what most of the smaller home units run, but just much larger. Woo, that wind. Yeah.
So everything you see here, all these control panels, all the pumps, this was the original setup for inside. Mm-hmm. We took all this and put it in there.
Nice.
Yeah, so everything you see out here is actually in that container.
Nice. So you,
all the switch gear and the controls and the pumps and everything you saw was in there.
So all of this stuff, guys, you see is like, this was the first iteration which they have running inside of this building right here, like he was saying. So all of this was condensed into a container. So the container itself is, well, you know, contained, right? That makes it really easy for maintenance, having to locate things, and you don't have everything just kind of sitting out and exposed to the elements. So it's really cool to see something that is originally this big can actually be slimmed down and still be extremely functional into something that is a bit smaller. It's just out freaking standing to me, guys. I really love this, and I thank them for letting me come out and check these out before I head home all the way. So gonna go in and talk with them a little bit more about this setup and the fact that they even got a couple of transformers here. So we're gonna be looking at stuff like this, and there's the totes. And guys, make sure you give Bixbit a shout out on Twitter for me. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you guys are in the market for any 40-foot immersion containers with the dry coolers, no taxes and no shipping, hit me up. Or hit up BigSpit. They are here at Big Star Blockchain in Texas. Guys, this is out freaking standing. We will catch you on the flip side. Much love, peace out, and stay cool and keep on mining.